Today, I'm going to tell you about three major things that you're going to have to think about if you want to become a street performer of any kind. The three basic things that you're going to need to really be successful, to be able to make money, to be able to have people follow you and find you. So, first off, you have to have an act. You have to actually do something. You have to create something, whether it is music, whether it is some type of performance art. My wife does a living statue. She makes money standing still. If you have something that is entertaining, if you're just standing and you're holding, you're loitering, and that's not allowed. If you're performing in a public space or a public open area, then you are busking, which is performing for money. You can actually get tips. Now, you may only get a quarter or a dollar, but you're getting it for your art, for performing, for doing something that's creative and giving back to your community, doing something that's fun, and you're enjoying your day. So, again, think of something. Now, I have a good friend, Cyrus Penn, is an excellent sword swallower. You have to check him out. He's out in California, and Cyrus does different types of vaudeville types of acts. He can balance a ladder on his chin, and he juggles, and a whole variety of things. You check out his site. And Cyrus Penn started out busking on the streets of Blacksburg. And so that's the beauty of the Blacksburg Sidewalk Stage. It is an open area for the 16 blocks, which runs in Blacksburg. If you know our area, it goes all the way from Squires, comes all the way down in front of the tree, top of the stairs, by Gillies, the Lyric, goes all the way down to Moe's. At that point, the street can go in either direction. You can go up toward PK's or you can go on down the street across from the public library, or not the library, the post office. Keep going all the way down past Mellow Mushroom, all the way to the edge there, and back around to the farmer's market. And so there's a variety of places that you can go in Blacksburg to busk. You can try it out. There's benches galore because you can just sit down on a bench and play your song and get up and leave. And you didn't have to have that prearranged. There's no issue with the police. There's no issue with the businesses. The two things about it, you can't create a noise complaint and you can't block traffic. So please, if you would, just don't block traffic and don't create a noise complaint. Something that's really just a personal philosophy of mine is clean up your space. Leave it cleaner than when you arrived. It's your stage while you're there. Don't stand in trash. Work and look around. Don't leave your audience in trash. If there's trash around in the benches or anything like that, pick it up. Get your area clean. Present it. Because also, you never know who is watching you, and from a security camera or someone sitting in their car or someone sitting on a bench. And even if they don't like your act, if they don't like your music, if they don't like you, at least they think, well, he's somebody who watches after the community, helps pick up trash. And that's a good thing. Might get you a dollar. So you have to really think about your environment when you're out. Also, as far as aspects of security goes, everything is on camera. As far as being inappropriate or having any kind of issue with anyone on the street, everything's recorded. So don't let that one moment that you're caught off guard when you're on the street and you're performing, perform. Once you pack up and leave, leave. A lot of times I completely change my outfit, I change my hair, everything before I go into a store, before I go anywhere once I am done performing, because that way it lets people understand that you are performing, that you're not just accidentally there and accidentally shouting out in public or singing a song in public, and that you've, for some reason, if you have it a little bit more clear that you're doing something that is an act and you're performing that, then people support the arts. They support someone doing something creative. They support the idea of it. So, the second thing that you would need to get is a good tip jar. And I use a plastic mayonnaise jar, and it is the best. It's a plastic about this big, and it holds, you always put $1. I use a $2 bill. Whenever anyone gives me a $2 bill, I keep it, and that's my starter money. If you're a country person, you know that in order to pump water in a well, you have to add a little bit of water to it in order to get the pressure going so that it gets going. If you have an empty tip jar, then people are not sure if other people are tipping you and whether that's what they're supposed to do. If you have a dollar bill or anything like that and you put it in your tip jar, when you start, it keeps the wind from blowing it away. Sort of the romantic vision is the guitar case open with the money laying in the bottom of it. And that really doesn't work, because as soon as the wind blows, you're sort of still hooked to your guitar and the money is going down the street. You don't want to be in that situation. So just get a good tip jar. Then you can decorate it. I put flowers around on the top of mine. You could paint it. You could do anything that you wanted to with it. And put that inside of whatever your instrument case is. If you wanted to set it sort of away from where you're at, make it clear that someone doesn't fall over it, because people will, they will just walk blindly through something. So keep your tip jar sort of close to where you're at and have it well designated that you're there. And if they want to support the arts, they want to support you, that's where they can do it. And then the last thing that I could suggest is a good sign. When you have a good sign, it just tells everybody right up front who you are and sort of what you're doing. Something that maybe explains it, or mine is a bit of philosophy. So that way, if the police do come by, and they might, be prepared. Be prepared with the aspect of, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. I am an act. I'm here with my tip jar and my sign. And that way, when people look at it, it's sort of a complete set. You're on the street to perform with your business. You are in business for yourself. It's a wonderful opportunity because you can't be early, you can't be late. You have to be on the street when the universe needs for you to be there. If you're going to put yourself out there, you are going to put yourself out there. You are going to go out when there is nothing going on. There is no one there. And you can't become discouraged. You have to work on your material, work on your singing, work on your playing, work on your act. When there is no one there, don't stand there and wait for someone to come by, because when they do come by, it is going to be just like that. You're virtually invisible to a massive amount of people that will just walk by you as though you're not there. And believe me, I stand on a corner with my guitar case and my tip jar and my sign, and I'm playing the guitar and I'm wearing a big colorful hat, and people don't look up. They walk right by me. So don't feel like that you're going to have a captive audience and people are going to be watching you do it. Just take the opportunity to try something out that you've always wanted to do. A lot of people have wanted to be a street performer. You've seen people in movies and television shows, and I see them on the internet being a street performer. So this is your opportunity. This is your chance to finally just get out and give it a try. So after 5 o'clock in Blacksburg, parking's free. All you have to do is pull up, park, get out, go over, sit down on a bench, put your sign up, put your tip jar down, play a song, pick it back up, get in your car, and leave. That's all you have to do. Just do it one time. It's like exposure therapy. The more times you do it, then the more comfortable you become. I often feel just insane when I go to the street, and it makes me laugh. I think, what am I doing? I'm going to go into this public area and just make a noise. And it makes me laugh, and so it makes me smile, and I smile at the people passing me, and they smile back, and I think, well, I must be where I need to be because everybody seems to be having a pretty good time. But my insecurity after all this period of time is just as real as you'll have it. It is a scary adrenaline rush that you can do for yourself to do something different. If you've ever wanted to perform, if you've ever wanted to try out an original song, by all means. People now don't know what song is what. So don't think that you have to have a bunch of songs worked up, that you have to have known songs worked up. Actually, unknown songs work just as well as any kind of known material. So don't think that you have to have something worked up. So those are my 3 recommendations. I'll tell you a lot more about things to do to be successful as a street performer, as a busker. Busking is as ancient as Greek theater. That's what I love about it. It is a complete freedom to explore what you want to explore and have a good time with it. And I hope that you will join my channel and we'll get to talk further. So thank you so much for coming in, and I'll talk to you later.